Hello everyone, it is me Vegeta T23 and welcome back to my new What If. Today is the last part of What If Saiyans were good. Before I start, I'd like to mention that I created a Discord server for you to join. The link is in the description of this video, so if you'd like to join in and talk to me and the rest of my fans, it's there. I'd also like to mention that I created an Instagram so you can survey my very uninteresting life. I mainly post Osu stuff. Now back to the video. In the last part, we discussed the fight with Broly and Broly Black, and the events that went underway. Broly managed to destroy Black in combat, but Black went back through his rift and destroyed the time machine. While Bulma was repairing the machine, the Tournament of Power was set in place, and now they got to get rid of Black as soon as possible, and so they go, but fail the first time. So the second time, they actually seal Zamasu and kill Black. With the recap out of the way, let's continue the What If. With Black out of the picture, they are ready to begin the Tournament of Power. They take into consideration the fighters they met so far, and considering the mortal level 6 higher since Saiyans and other extinct races are still alive, it's boosted by a high margin. So they skip that and are notified of the time and place, to which they begin rushing the plans and getting the required 10 warriors to participate. Bardock thinks logically and says they do have 40 hours, and that's plenty to think of since they already have the best fighters on Earth. They begin with the brains, which is Vegeta, Bardock, and Roshi. They say Roshi because he's wiser than our Saiyans and much older, knowing he has a lot more knowledge and tricks up his sleeves compared to them, not needing to adapt during battle. So Bardock, Vegeta, Roshi, Kakarot, and Raditz are in. They also take a new recruit known as Tien. His techniques were really interesting to say the least, and so he's in. He's also Roshi's student. Kakarot remembers someone and goes to meet him, knowing his key signature. He visits Piccolo and shares a small talk before Piccolo attacks. Piccolo beefed up quite a lot and is being a nuisance for Super Saiyan 2 Kakarot, but Super Saiyan 3 proves stronger as Piccolo drops down. Kakarot then tells him about the tournament and Piccolo declines at first, but after knowing the grand prize, he is reluctantly in. Vegeta hires Broly too because of his high base power and then trains him to reach Super Saiyan 3 in meantime. Gine then steps up, wanting to be in the tournament too. Bardock said not to do it because she'll only get killed, but Gine then transforms into Super Saiyan God, to the amazement of everyone. Although massively weaker than them, she might be of great help. Gine then explained how she actually got the form. She knew the ritual and so tried with her own friends and it actually worked. In that time she figured out that key she had no clue of and started to maintain it to the best of her ability. She eventually got it down and transformed herself. Bardock hugged her and accepted her in. One more fighter remaining, and they're bickering with random fighters, but settle on Fasha as she has a massive base power, but never knew how to get the Super Saiyan transformation down. So in those 15 hours they had left, they all taught her how to go far beyond of what she expected. She knew Super Saiyan 3 will only drag her down, so she had a plan for the Tournament of Power. With that, we have our 10 fighters and they're all ready to go. In the Null Realm, they wait on the rest of the warriors as they slowly gather up. But one catches Vegeta's and Bardock's attention. Jiren is waiting on a tournament and is impatient to win and go home. Meanwhile, Universe 6 Saiyans come over and start trash talking our Saiyans, because remember, they're actually the bad ones here, and they start trash talking them for being bitches. But Kakarot went over to them and told them by being bitches, they became stronger more than they could imagine. That triggered the Universe 6 Saiyans and they start arguing. But before it can go physical, the tournament starts, and Universe 6 is on Universe 7 in seconds, because of the skirmish that happened amongst them before. Even with all the fighting, the Universe 7 came up victorious, simply because Gine was left alone to deal with them. So he jumped straight to Super Saiyan God, and threw each and every one of them out like pebbles. Caulifla went and attempted to throw a blast from the bleachers, but got destroyed quickly by Zeno. Frost was there too, and Kakarot didn't hold back either, going into Super Saiyan Blue and threw him out as well. Frost went to throw a blast much like Caulifla, but he got destroyed along with the entire Universe 6. Vegeta is going up against Jiren, but eventually loses all his stamina and energy and faints. Jiren is about to throw him off the ring, but Kakarot sees this and prevents Jiren from doing so. Kakarot is then knocked out almost instantly and Vegeta is thrown off of the arena. The rest of the Saiyans then charge up at Jiren and are trying to take revenge, and although Jiren is worn out, he still can't keep up with Broly and Raditz. Eventually, the Saiyans start losing a lot of energy and also losing hope. Raditz puts all his shit aside and starts transforming into Super Saiyan 3 and attacking Jiren with all he's got, but is put down after a failed attempt. Jiren then prepares to knock them all off to claim victory, but Kakarot opens his eyes as he accesses autonomous Ultra Instinct, followed by a really nice and big ass light show. Jiren, having no time to play around, tries to put Kakarot back down, but Kakarot dodges and is actually doing pretty good, landing a gut punch on Jiren strong enough that Jiren is gasping for air. As Kakarot is looking at this new power of his, he rushes and kicks Jiren in the chest, making Jiren gasp for air again, but losing his power at the exact moment as well. Fasha sees what's going on and attempts her transformation. She whips out the power ball and goes Great Ape, then goes Golden, and then transforms into something completely new called a Super Saiyan 4. She intervenes with her Super Saiyan 4 and goes at Jiren. Jiren is a bit worn out but still prideful he can win. Fasha has no chance at her current state as she saw Kakarot laying there, catching some air from the Ultra Instinct transformation. That gave Fasha a thought how Kakarot found a new power all on its own, and if Kakarot did it, so can she. That was actually the push she needed to go Super Saiyan 5. She fought Jiren with all she's got and made a mark. However, it didn't really last long as Jiren put her ass down on the ground again as she went unconscious. At this point, everyone is unconscious and barely able to stand. So with one simple motion, Jiren knocked everyone out of the boundaries. But before anything, they all gave their energy to Kakarot, and Kakarot vowed to keep their promises, going straight for Super Saiyan Blue evolution as he started to battle Jiren. Kakarot figured out this ain't gonna work, even for a tired out Jiren, as Jiren manages to land a very strong punch, which put Kakarot down and out of the arena. But Kakarot gave his energy to Fasha before he fell. So Fasha wakes up and sees that she's the only one there. Fasha then realizes what Ultra Instinct is all about. Focusing, she gets into Ultra Instinct, much to the amazement of the gods, and decides to just roll with it. This Omen is vastly more powerful than Kakarot's Omen since it's actually controlled, and with that she starts with offense, as she wants to master it fully and also to figure out how to access the form on her own. Jiren then powers up a little as Fasha gets pushed into a corner really fast. She's now starting to fight back violently as her attacks deal more and more damage to the alien. Jiren pushes Fasha off and is trying to hold his own, but Fasha finally realized the trick to it as Jiren throws a massive ki blast at Fasha. The ki pressure Fasha is generating and her energy in general makes a galaxy-like shape as she cancels out Jiren's attack. With that, we see Fasha with her silver hair and a very hot aura. She has mastered Ultra Instinct as she starts handling Jiren like he's nothing. Jiren is trying hard, but Fasha isn't letting him go that easy. They're getting evenly matched as Jiren is closing in on his full power. They then get to the standstill and Fasha speaks in the favor of everyone that this power she harnesses right now is the effect of her friends and family waiting on Earth. Jiren responds with a blast towards the bleachers to try and assert his dominance as he doesn't believe in the friends or family. Fasha realizes the fast and gets there, deflects it, and pissed as hell, rushes at Jiren with full force. She doesn't waste time like Goku in the original, she just pummels Jiren into the ground. Fasha gives a speech to Jiren before eliminating him from the tournament, but before anything can happen, Fasha loses his Master Ultra Instinct power as her body gives in and experiences a spasm. That was a chance for Jiren to eliminate Fasha, but Bardock comes out of nowhere and powered up to his fullest power possible. Bardock then rushed Jiren and did everything he could to knock him out, momentarily going into Super Saiyan Blue evolution, while Fasha is laying there on the ground. Bardock gave all he could to defeat Jiren and to get him out of the boundaries. Even if he gets eliminated himself, he took the chance. Fasha looked on to master plan Bardock savers and rolls with it, assisting Bardock with stray ki blasts to confuse Jiren while Bardock takes care of business. Due to Jiren being completely worn out, he lost the battle and Bardock fell in the void with him, leaving Fasha alone on the battleground 2 minutes before the end. With nothing else to do, Daishinkan comes over and announces the winner and asks of a wish. With all the Saiyans thinking about their own things, while most of them talking about, the universe going back, Fasha speaks up saying she wants all the universes back to be restored back into existence. With Daishinkan telling her it's a wise choice, he summons the Super Shenron and restores all the universes with the help of it. With that, we have the winners of the Tournament of Power and they return back to their normal lives. The Broly saga never happens because we already have Broly and Frieza is still in his hell. And with that, we're done with this what if. Thank you for watching. If you think the manga voiceover was trash, then click dislike, but if you liked the video, hit that like button. If you'd like me to cover your idea in the near future, comment down below, and as always, peace out.